gets us up and running. Alright. So, just for the beginning of this video, since I've finally got the settings where I need them to be to record, as well as stream, see if there are any issues with drop frames or anything like that later on. We're going to be starting our survival playthrough tonight. Tonight, this morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are. So, we're just going to jump right in, like, to the worst that I can imagine it to be. Because it looks like the only thing different is permadeath between King of the Jungle and Green Hell. And I was going to do permadeath anyway. So, let's go ahead and hit Green Hell. We'll delete my when I first got the game little test, because you know the tutorial doesn't teach you anything. So here we go, day one. See how this goes. If you missed the last stream, we actually ended the story that stream. I did look at the achievements, and it does say I got the good ending, so it wasn't really a good ending. It was just slightly, I guess, okay ending. Alright, let's see, where have we spawned? This is not the story initial spawn area, so well, it's fairly close to it though, because I think that's the original. Let's look. No, it's not, because this river opens up into a swamp. So yeah, we're kind of down toward I don't know where we are. Alright, out of the way. Snake glitched into that stump. We need the basics of survival. I was honestly extremely surprised that I was able to finish the story last stream. I thought there was going to be quite a few more like little chapters, little additions that I would have to explore. These is want to drink some water, and I don't trust my luck to let me find any coconuts. Hi, Flash. It's good morning where you're at, I guess, if I remember correctly. But welcome back to the stream. Day one of surviving the Green Hell on the Green Hell difficulty, so let's see how this goes. At the moment, we need to find a stick. There we go. Ask, ye shall receive. No, it's not. The last stream on Thursday, we beat the story. originally planned on posting all of the playthrough to YouTube. However, there's an issue with that. Because a lot of the videos that I downloaded to put on YouTube were corrupted. So I'm missing roughly half of my original playthrough. And because of Twitch's thing where they take the streams down after so long, then they just changed it from 2 weeks to 1. I can no longer download them. We need to find some rocks so we can make a stone blade. This'll work. So yeah, this is just a... So there's just an endless kind of survival mode. Same map, I think. It just spawns me in a random spot. Really, the objective is just to survive. I've ramped up the difficulty as high as it goes, as far as like preset difficulties. So you have like an easy mode, a normal mode, a hard mode, and a permadeath mode, which is that's what this is. So if I die, any progress that I've made is gone. So that is going to be the story for now. We want to see how many days I can make it. Thanks. And hopefully not die in like 2 days. Call this home for now, this little clearing. Let's see if we can get a shelter built. Actually, we'll probably just build the bed since it won't really matter. But we will need a frame. Put a roof over so that we keep the water from putting out our fires. What's the point?
Stupid piece of shit!
Let's do banana roof. I'm seeing a lot of short banana plants around. Oh, it feels weird starting over, like, after making all that progress. Like, I don't even have the map anymore. It's weird. I was trying to think, like, okay, think back to the beginning of the map. Where is going to be, like, the best place to set up? And lo and behold, just put me somewhere random. Alright, let's give me some. No, never mind. I thought we'd give me something, but thought we'd give me fiber. I did that. Part of a well-rounded diet. Get out of my house. Hand drill. There we go.
Yeah.
Off to a decent start. Now I know to look for these things.
Oh.
Hopefully I have enough stamina. So all my skills have been reset to 0 too, and fire's starting to skill.
Bitch!
Do they follow you, the snakes? No, thankfully. They actually act like real rattlesnakes, and that they don't really want to bite. They don't want to strike. It'd be more realistic if it was more like you had a chance of getting a dry bite. Because in real life, rattlesnakes, a lot of their bites are dry. They'll have no venom. Because due to just the way their body processes nutrients to make venom, it takes a very long time. And thanks, by the way. You want to use that venom to get food, not some schmuck who can't respect boundaries. Looking around for some coconuts. All these palm trees. Ooh, nice bamboo. I think I know kind of where we are. We're down toward the river next to the dock. Where the dock was. Main reason I want a coconut is so I can make a bidon that I can carry water in to extinguish this fire. One more hour. Don't have the arrows to waste unless I know they're gonna get a kill. I'm not gonna go roaming in the woods at night when I can't see. I could make a torch. True, but that's just like drawing a beacon, like carrying a beacon around to let tribesmen and which their activities increased on this difficulty, so I'm gonna have to be prepared for them much quicker than I was the last play, like my story playthrough. Time reference. Good. Okay. So yeah. Eventually we're going to have to see if some of these birds will land so we can get some more feathers. Quit hanging out around my house. Got armadillos where I'm living right now. I don't need armadillos right here. Alright. Yeah, time to sleep. Overall, not bad for day one. Alright, the only thing low is carbs. let's range out, see if we can get some more feathers. Yeah, there's the dock right over there. I have to see if we can set up some traps. Probably set up a secondary site here. Ah, that's the one glitched into the log. No matter what game you play, there's always those kind of glitches. Ooh, stick fish trap. I'll have to try that. Jackpot. Should have not harvested it, but oh well, now we have 2 bowls. That's a caiman. I know that sound anywhere. Bumped into any humans yet? No. Thankfully. Though it is going to happen. This is one of the things they tell you when you're looking at the difficulties is everything above Welcome to the Jungle, which is what I played on for the story. It's like there's going to be increased tribesman activity. So I'm trying to gear up as quickly as I can. I wish I knew how to make armor. Like, that would be so helpful.
disgusting. Ugh.
Ah, crap, I accidentally hit eat. Let's just sleep through the food poisoning. nicely set up. I wonder what the catch is. Had a way to carry any water around with us, we'd be in a great spot. Alright, let's get a fire ready for morning and then sleep. Alright, starting day 3. I'm doing okay. Um, Nothing to complain about really, other than going back to work in the tomorrow night. How are you, Flash? Let's see. Notebook. All this stuff going on, we're gonna need. I didn't work today. Um, so right now, this is my normal work hour. This is the reason I stream at these hours for me. Because right now it's 12:30 a.m. for me. Normally I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. 3 or 4 shifts a week. That's what's considered full time for a nurse here. So I didn't work today. I will work tomorrow night and the next 3 nights. So there won't be any streams through Monday through Wednesday night. There'll most definitely be one Thursday night. But yeah, no. Today was mainly just doing the chores of life, keeping the house clean, taking care of the yard, walking the dogs. That kind of thing. So, my wife and I, we have 2 dogs. Neither one are purebreds. We have a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix. It's called the Cockapoo. I don't know who decided to name it that, but I guess it is a blend of the names. Who weighs about 10 pounds, thinks she weighs 100, so she likes to run off and challenge anything she sees. And then we've got, not the greatest choice of name, no. We also have we actually aren't sure what he is. He was a rescue. And all that the vet told us is that he's got some lab in him, like a Labrador, and he's got some, according to the Humane Society where we got him, he's got some Newfoundland in him, but he doesn't have the hair. Like, he doesn't have the hair for a Newfoundland, so I'm not sure about that. Oh yeah, he's a big boy. He's about 100 pounds. So where the little one thinks, like I said, she was 10 pounds and thinks she weighs 100. And he's 100 pounds or more. It's been a while since we weighed him, and things got a little bit bigger. He thinks he weighs 10 pounds. All he wants to do is be in your lap. And yeah, I know, Newfoundlands are enormous. They're both good dogs, just completely opposite personalities. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Well, good boy, good girl. One's female. But the big one's a boy, the small one's a girl. So the little one, we got her in... when did we get her? Was it 19? No, it was 20. So she is 2. The big boy is just a little over 1. So they're both very young. I'm still trying to find coconuts. Follow the river up this way. Yeah. He's a big boy. Yeah, I'm betting he'll gain another good bit. I wouldn't be surprised if he got up and like that. 140, 150 mark. I don't think, based on like how his like structure has been changing, that he'll reach like that ginormous 200-pounder kind of area. But he's gonna be big. How big he gets in the end, just have to see, but I'd be surprised. Like I said, between 130 150 pounds. I can still pick him up right now and carry him if I need to, because sometimes he just doesn't want to move. But might be a little more diligent about hitting the gym. If he keeps growing. If I'm gonna still be able to do that later. Oh yeah, like they are. There's a big difference. Like I said, the Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix is like 10 to 15 pounds, and that's as big as they get. Like, you have random outliers, where they get to like maybe 20, but that's rare. Ooh, coconut. Do I have to walk them different? Not really. The big one, he likes to stay like right behind me. Like I've never I'm still trying to train him to follow basic commands. He does pretty good about it, but he also like naturally just stays like right off of my right hip. He's always like a step behind me, off to the right, unless he sees something that really gets his attention and he tries to trot off. But once you get his attention back, he comes right back and stays kind of where... Shit. Keep the crafting off. Oh, that was like the worst time for you guys to show up. I was over encumbered. I had to drop some stuff very quickly. But now I've got some travel spears, so thank you for that, guys. Come on. Give me my arrows back. Quit moving your arm. It's freaky. He's good. I mean, yeah, so far the map's the same. I just had to figure out where I am. I'm gonna have to completely harvest him to get my arrows back. It's not that big of a deal. I don't feel like that. I feel like doing that right now. So we'll just make some new arrows since I've got a bunch of feathers I need to use. I wonder if the landmarks are the same. So far, I'm thinking they are. Like, just from that dock being where it was, I feel like it's all gonna be about the same. Like, what we find will probably be different, like, resource-wise, but... Ditch the weak spear. Take that. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Which eventually we're gonna have to find a way back. To the first village. Find the map. But yeah, we'll be exploring the map a little bit pretty soon. Just trying to make sure I've got enough supplies and all that. Kind of roam around and not have to constantly worry about starvation. But yeah, since that dock is there, I'm feeling like all the landmarks are probably going to be about the same. Because there's put as much detail into this game as they did. I doubt they did procedurally generated maps. Have you looked into mods at all, or just wondering if people have done custom? You know, I have not looked into mods. I have not. I should. I really should. It's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. This is one that's not really a new game. It's been out a while. So, yeah, there should be some mods out since the community's pretty active. Oh, definitely. Like, you could easily change this into more of a horror survival game. It wouldn't take much. I mean, if you look at The Forest, that's basically what it is. It is a horror survival game. Like, there's an intense survival element there, but they added there's more combat focus, and there's also a lot of like horror elements. Whereas this game kept some of the horror elements, kept some of the combat, amped up the survival aspect, and that you really have to worry about your environment. Like, it really defines player versus environment. Right? And like, I'm gonna have to kill you one of these days. I don't need some jaguar or tribesman sneaking up behind me while you just walking through the grass. Freaking armadillo. But yeah, The Forest looks and plays a lot like this. The survival elements are toned down slightly. Like, there are other elements in the game that this game doesn't have. Like, you have to worry about your temperature. Which I'm surprised they haven't implemented a temperature system to this game, but since but yeah, horror map on this would be, I agree with you, in my opinion it'd be pretty easy setting to do. What would I want added to this game? Man. That's a tough one. I think like I said, a temperature system might be a little cool. Add another another layer to survival, because you're running around in short sleeves and a shorts in the jungle. I mean, that's not what you want to be wearing. Let me think what else could be added. Honestly, since I haven't explored, no, there's no clothes or character customization, at least not in single player. I don't know about multiplayer. What am I doing? Trying to get this leech off. Yeah, customization would be cool. Like, you could, like, at least it's, I don't know if it, like I said, I don't know about multiplayer yet, but if there is multiplayer, you can play together. So if you can already customize your character in that, awesome. If not, it'd be nice to have. Maybe a little bit better of a tutorial. Like, how do I craft an axe? Would be great, because I had to die to get a hint on how to make an axe. The first time I ever played this game. So I couldn't even harvest anything. Well, no, I could harvest things because I was able to. I just went to the crafting, put a stick in there. It's like, oh, hey, weak torch. Oh, look, I can use a weak torch to bash plants down. But, a little bit better tutorial. A little bit better. To an extent. To an extent, I do. Like, being able to figure things out for yourself, at least for me, always, really gives that sense of accomplishment that you don't get very often in a lot of games. But, like I said, to an extent. Basic things when you're struggling, just for the tediousness to struggle. It can be frustrating. It's a fine line, and the game balances it decently well. But there are some places where it will cross over, like those commands, like being able to just alt-click to drag a whole stack, or hold down Y to sort. Just knowing those keybinds, like, that would be helpful. I've got to try out the 2-story building system. I've tried it before. With the leaves, and then they just fall through. Makes sense. I'm betting with mud brick you can, but maybe the building system, a little bit of an improvement there, because there's sometimes it's a bit wonky. Yeah, like a upstairs and downstairs. Because I was gonna build this foundation, right? And then I was gonna add a foundation on top, and you can add a foundation. Like, I think I can pull out the notebook and actually show you. See? You can add a frame on top of a frame. But when I attempt to get up there to work on it, the leaf roof just falls through. So I'll have to try it with like the mud brick, see if it works. But we'll see. A little bit more interaction with the environment. Like, some of these trees can't be cut down like this. Nothing. Then you also can't clear out all these shrubs, which I think would be cool if you could. Just have that extra level of interaction. And something I think would be cool, like I said, I haven't discovered everything you can craft in this game yet. If you could build like a river canoe, go down these rivers, especially down that swamp area, like where we were on Thursday night when we were looking for the cure near Side Omega. Having a little boat to kind of traverse those swamps and these rivers would be nice. Flatwood, cross support, and craft book. I don't see that in here. I probably just haven't unlocked it yet. That makes sense to have a support. I'm just curious to see if like this mud roof can do it. Plus, eventually, I want to build a whole thing out of like mud brick rather than leaves and sticks, because I want to go into this with optimism. Like, I want to think I'm going to survive quite a while. So when I finally get a permanent, semi-permanent place set up, I would like it to feel a little more secure than I'm in my house, I'm outside, I'm inside, I'm outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. It's very difficult to remember that sometimes. I'm constantly having to remind myself, look, you know it's gonna get harder. Like, you know it. Because we're going to have to explore the map to unlock some crafting things. Like, well, the more you stay in one spot, the more fires you make, the more all the stuff you do, you're going to draw more attention. So you're going to get bigger groups of tribesmen. There's going to be more jaguars. I think there's a game called 7 Days to Die. It's a zombie survival game, and there's a concept in that called heat. And pretty much the more you build in an area, the more you harvest in an area, the more heat there is in that part of the map. So you see more zombies appear in larger groups and stronger variations in that area based on player activity. So it's kind of like that, but it's like the more I'm active, the more noise I make, the more fire. It would draw some more people. Would it be worth setting up a few camps and rotating? Yeah, that's an idea, and I've been toying around with, like setting up different things in different areas, and I probably will have multiple camps with just one primary base where I set up all the complex stuff. Like, there's a way to forge metal tools and weapons in this game. That's what those empty cans are for. Thank you. I don't know if it was Twisted or not them. Rad, I think, was the one who said that. The one who also taught us about the inventory sorting and all that stuff. But yeah, all that complex stuff I'll probably have in one area. And then I'll probably have some camps just with like basic stuff, bandages, food, set up in these little like clearings. Like, I'm not going to tear anything down. Like, this is going to stay here. But eventually, probably today actually, once I get my health back up, I know that there is a formal tribal camp. Why am I pointing? I keep doing that like physical stuff. Like, that's how I can tell. I think I can tell how I'm getting older as I do that. No, or I'm just not used to screaming yet. That I point physically to something on the screen. I can just point with my mouse. Through that bamboo kind of thicket over there, there is a camp set up that has like smokers. That's where I found the tribal bow. There's also caves against the mountain out through there, and you can find iron ore. So, kind of curious to see what's still there. Depending on what we find, it's probably kind of where we're going to set up like our main kind of area. and just kind of cross the river, because then we'll have our back to the mountain, so there's like one less direction things can come from. Okay, so our cards are insanely low. I don't want to really eat any of my non-perishables just yet. It's day 4. Ah, yes, bananas. No spiders. Okay. Have I noticed animal behavior change with the weather? I've never had a tribesman attack during the storm. Otherwise, trying to think of anything else. Not really. Jaguars are more active at night. Mainly it's just more the day-night cycle. Like, I think the tribesmen are less active during the rain. But that's about the only thing I've noticed with the weather. That'll be something to research, actually. Now that I've beaten the story, there are a few things, like, I will research a few things, like, see if my theories are right. Like, my theory about there being a wet and dry season. There is. But yeah, that'll be something I'll have to research. I'm still trying to avoid looking up how to make anything. Ants. I'm gonna head southeast, mainly east. Yep, there's the camp. I remember it being bigger though. We already had a campfire. I'm Spoiled bananas. Right, there's a cave along this wall. Have to go completely by memory. Pick this up. You make a bamboo spear. A bamboo bow. Bamboo blowpipe. Interesting. I'll give the blowpipe a try. Missed. Oh yeah, arrows have durability too. I need to make more. nice big open area. Like I said, I remember this being bigger. Oh, we can just build along the river. Oh, we can. I'm betting that is what we're going to do. We'll start building our actual kind of larger home somewhere like right here. This is where it comes down to, I wish you could interact with your environment a little more. Like clear out these rocks. Actually, right down here would be nice. It would be nice. get to work. Ton of bamboo over here that we can use for frames. Actually, before we get so stuck on this, I should probably go make some chests that I can store some things in so I'm not constantly carrying my max weight around. Oh, I am also taking recommendations on like other like survival games or any kind of game. So if you have any that you think you might like to see played on these streams, just let me know. In other words, I'm out of ideas, I'm desperate, please help. I do plan on streaming Sons of the Forest when it comes out in February. Now, I think is when it's set to come out. Also, a couple other games coming out at the beginning of next year that I'm really interested to see, but oh yeah, Dead Island 2 comes out at the beginning of next year, so I probably think I'm actually going to do joint streams with my wife on the original Dead Island, because I never played the original Dead Island. I played its like DLC that got turned into like it's a full game on its own, Riptide. So we may be seeing that before too long. It all depends on how our schedules match up. Because somehow it always seems like I work the days that she doesn't work, and she works the days I don't work. So I have to see how that goes. Yeah, any recommendations you have? But it's tonight, another stream. So I'm out there. Leash all the leeches. So all the crafting knowledge carries over to survival, like the stuff in the book? No. You start out completely new. The only reason that I remember how to do all the stuff is I physically, like, not physically, but mentally remember how to do it. Like, the book is basically the book that I got when I started. So to unlock all this stuff, you have to do certain things. The best advice I can give you is just, if you see something you haven't picked up before, pick it up. Like to unlock the storage box, the mud mixer, all the mud stuff. You just go to the river, bring your water source, right click, take mud, and that unlocks it. Like the more stuff you see, the more stuff you pick up, the more the book expands. Go from left to right. Carbs are low again. So yeah, I'm having to relearn everything. It's a little annoying. Because if I would have been able to actually set up a drying rack and dry that meat instead of cooking it, it would last a lot longer. But I've learned how to make that smoker. So that'll work as well. Smoking and drying are like some of the oldest ways to preserve food. That along with salting, which I doubt there's gonna be much of that out in the middle of the rainforest. Another little ledge. Hello, little guy. Goodbye, little guy. And sadly, the book stuff, like, I can't just be like, oh, I know that this takes X ingredients, so bang, bang, bang. Like the stuff I have to set in the environment, then add the stuff to. Now, like the bow, the axes, things like that, I can just go into the crafting, put it there, it's going to show up because that's the recipe. And then it'll get added to the book. But yeah, as far as like the frames, dryers, mud mixers, chests, all that's got to be relearned. how would you discover a structure blueprint? So a few of them you spawn in already knowing, like the frames, the banana roofs, the beds, things like that. You already know. Some are locked up as your crafting skill goes up. So if you're really just wanting to mainline that, shit. If you're wanting to mainline all your crafting stuff, best way is to make a bunch of low-level equipment like stone axes, weak spears, things like that, just really fast. And some of it will unlock the other way to unlock different structures, like I said, just by picking things up. Or by seeing it in the environment. Like when I saw that fish trap earlier, I learned how to make it. Monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. Wonder why I'm hiding. Heard a call from a tribesman. Don't see them. Don't know where it came from. But if I see them coming, I'm confident I can take them out. Problem is, I don't see them. Go ahead and craft these into bandages. Just gonna keep some very basic things. Oh, we can't store. Oh, right, they get their own thing. Put tools in there. How about blade? Oh, okay. Stuff to start a fire, stuff to heal with, a little bit of stuff to fight infection, and a way to collect water. Basic stuff. About spoil. Let's go ahead and eat that. I'll get our energy up. Yes, just about full on other stuff. Did I miss? I missed. I'm not used to that. missing anything vital? Not particularly. Like, we have everything that we absolutely need. So your character has different skills, actually. So the more you use a certain tool, the more you get better at that. So let's see, axes. It's a common tool I use. It increases the damage you do with axes both to the environment and reduces the amount of stamina you use to use the axe. Spears improves your throwing, increases damage, reduces stamina. Two-handed weapons, fire starting, cooking, crafting, archery, throwing, fishing, harvesting animals, spear fishing, pottery, blowguns. Yeah, there's a lot of skills. The better you get at it, the stronger your character is, just like any RPG. Stay away from the beehive. So like when I draw an arrow back, you see how it goes way off? I have to stabilize it, and it takes time to stabilize. The better I am at archery, the quicker that process is. Since archery is my main thing, because it's been what's proven to be incredibly effective. Oh, hey, Rad. Nice to see you. So, how goes the game? Pretty good. We actually finished the story this past Thursday. Yeah. The good ending, actually, from after doing some research after the fact. Oh, good, I got the bad ending. It's very easy to get the bad ending. Like, the only reason I got the good ending is I was just so anal about trying to figure out, okay, once I learned there were two endings, I want the good ending. What is anything in this game that could trigger a good or bad ending? Some of it was remembering. Well, I had to take that break from like Monday until Thursday. I went back and watched some of the old streams myself before they disappeared. Because I kind of have like a vague recollection of things. And just kind of went back, watched it, made sure I didn't miss any clues or anything like that. And that narrowed things down. I actually thought it was going to be like more of a process. Like, I narrowed it down originally as the Spirits of Amazon. This is free play. So this is survival mode, turned up to the green hell difficulty. So it's permadeath. So I'm just trying to see, when I've ramped up the difficulty all the way up, how many days in game can I make it without dying? That, and I want to explore all the stuff you can do with the building and all the different techniques of stuff. Like, I didn't know you could make things out of metal. Like, I didn't know that. I still not sure how to make armor. So there's a lot of stuff. Did I manage to catch a fish in the story? No. No, I did not. I sat there for like 20, 30 minutes waiting, and I got one bite and I just didn't react fast enough because my character's fishing skill is 0. And just didn't have. No, it's not. I actually, again, the only way I got fish was standing on the edge of the river. Yeah, the fishing trap. I just learned how to make that by looking over there by the dock. I actually would stand like here in the water, wait for a bigger fish to come along, and I would just shoot it. And that worked surprisingly well. Because that's how I got the fish bone to make the fish hook, which then let me make the fishing rod. And didn't catch any fish with it. Alright. On here, let me think. Let's put the tortoise shells out. Yeah, was that with the 4-pronged spear? Because I got that toward the end of my story playthrough. And I never made it, but I'm betting that's what that was for. Okay, so we need long bamboo sticks. Oh no, the stone spear. Okay. In the image in the notebook, it showed like what looks like a 4-pronged spear, which yeah, I didn't unlock it until like the next to last stream I did, and I was thinking, that might be useful. But yeah, mainly this is like a challenge to see what I can do, like how long I can make it with this higher difficulty, and to kind of flesh out the book, learn how to craft different things, and then if this just gets to where by some miracle gets to where it's just I've survived so long that it's becoming boring, which I doubt. Or somewhere down the line we'll do a Spirits of Amazonia playthrough. Moving water. I found out like I can use the bidon to. I know how to do that, but what do you mean? Is there another like more efficient way? If you open your crafting table, you can fill. Oh my god. That would have been useful so many times. With the crafting table open, you can move. Again, controls that would have been great to know. Let's see, let's get a mud mixer going. So, I'm going to be building all through here, so let's put the mud mixer there. Man, all that stuff would have been so nice to know at so many points. Like I said, Flash earlier asked me like what I would like to add to this game, and one of those things would be like just a tutorial that shows me the basic controls like that are just good to know. You don't have to show me how to craft everything. You don't have to show me what works best for what situation, or even tell me what medicine does what if you want to be anal about things. But how to move things around my inventory, how to sort my inventory, all that stuff. Leeches. That did take me a minute when I did the tutorial. It did take me a minute. I kind of guessed like we'd have to do something like that because, like, what game ever gives you a lighter? I should have that one character that loves to start fires and don't starve. No, my log. How are we on time? We're doing okay. Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of survival games, it's kind of like, nah, let me play the story, finish the story, I'm done. This game, with all its, like, how in-depth everything is and how you have to kind of figure things out on your own, from crafting, surviving, like what cures what weapons are best for what situations. Oh, I can make things out of this. I can't make things out of that. That just gives you so many like goals that you can make for yourself, rather than having to have story objectives. I can make a bed as soon as I'm done with this mud mixer, because energy's getting low. Finding this rusty axe early on definitely helped. Like, I guess it didn't spawn, or I just overlooked it in my story playthrough. It was just sitting over there in the in a box over by the dock. Like, my God, really? Oh, how many times this would have helped? Rad, you are a lifesaver. A saver. I almost said lifesaver. I don't know what was going on with me. Oh, you can't tell me I can't make a bed? Well, game, where would you like me to make a bed? See, this is the kind of wonky crafting stuff that I would like to have improved. I don't know. It's just red. And when it's yellow, it'll tell me, like, oh, you need to clear out whatever. But when it's red, it doesn't do jack. Yeah, like, yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Let's me put a hut shelter up. It's gonna take forever to craft, though. No, I didn't want you to place it. Okay, cool. We'll just, button did I just hit? Okay, I hit that. Well, let's go back to the old shelter to rest. It'll avoid drawing heat to the new place too. While I have to build a fire. I never like walking around with this low of energy. Yeah, we'll probably carry those mud bricks out there because I want to build a mud roof. I never built anything with mud bricks as far as like structures. My last playthrough, so water for the morning. Okay. Got time to sleep for the food spoils, but let's have a small fire ready to start. Seven, 8. Time. We're good. Go ahead and sleep. Store my energy.
To rest.
That's what we're doing, buddy. That's what we're doing. We're resting.
Bitch!
All spoiled. No big deal. These two coconut bowls can stay out over here. He gets so cranky with the fire starter. Yeah, he really does. I mean, I understand it, like a little bit. After actually trying and failing many times before succeeding to actually start a fire with a fire drill. I can understand his pain. It's not an easy or fun process. And let's just say you better be solves my protein problem. You have to have a lot of patience, and it's best if you're wearing gloves, because you will get splinters. You will rub your hands raw. And it's going to take a lot longer than you think it will. Like, this is incredibly fast, how he does it. Still low on carbs. Yes. No spiders. I've got to be good about remembering to check, like especially around the bases of the. Ooh, hello. Trees, banana plants, things like that, for spiders, snakes, that kind of thing. Because they're very easy to miss, and they're very deadly. Alright. That. Oh, you can cook the maggots. It bugs me you can put the fruit there, and it does nothing. This is done. Take it. Douse the fire. I have to be really almost want to say religious about So you carry a lot of mud bricks. It's like you only carry. Let's look down at them. Little turds. Ah. Put them up and put them down. And then open your table. Okay. Well, it might not be good for long distance. Oh well. Well, let's take one. But still, that's... Ah, it's just slightly too deep. Yeah. Still, that's going to be useful for carrying, like, mud bricks back from the new mud mixer to the, build site, yeah. It's cool. I bet. It's gonna take me a while, like, to remember I can do that. I hate that that's hovering slightly off the ground. What I'm really looking forward to speed up, like, the mud making process and avoid having to light a ton of fires is the charcoal furnace. Like, I just learned how to make that toward the end of my last playthrough, and it just pumps out a crap ton of charcoal when it's done. It still bothers me how much this stuff looks just like a giant turd. we have just enough. Now the real test. Let's see if I can get up on top of it. Yep. I was wondering how people were building all the crap they did. Because the leaf roofs logically fell apart. All we need is the fucking mud. And some campfire ash. Okay. We are gonna get to building some stuff. First, let's make a bed on top of this. If it doesn't let me build a bed on top of this, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. Probably not this stream, but we're gonna get into a lot of stuff. Bed might be a little too close. You kidding me? What? Why can't I put a frame right there? Glitchy, glitchy, glitchy. It's a great game, but man. It snaps to it perfectly, and I don't like. I can put it right here, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely agree. The building part, which I think in a lot of these games needs to be worked on. And that becomes the downfall of a lot of great open world survival kind of games that the crafting is just terrible. Not the crafting, like the building. It's like these, especially the games that are just like this beautiful, like despite everything, like all the stuff you go through. This game is beautiful. I'm not even running it at extremely high resolution. This is just 10, like you're seeing it on the stream in 720p. I'm playing at 1080p. I mean, it's beautiful. And I feel like it's always like these beautiful games that have these problems. Sometimes you can build a frame and it stops recognizing it's there. Oof, that's not fun. Do you break down anything? No? Thought not. Bamboo is like in real life, if you're stuck and just having to build things out of nothing, bamboo is nice. It's light. It grows super fast. You can cut it down to basically any size you need it, as long as you leave the shoot. It'll grow right back up. I know it's a game, but I read way too much. So I can't help but say stuff. Wish you could replant bamboo. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Venom wound. So, let's see. Inspect. Spider bite this time. Yep. Were you prepared for this? Yeah, if you don't have it in part of the map, it's terrible, because a lot of stuff, cool stuff is built with it. Right, there's a way to make a seed of it. It'd be nice, or if you could dig it up like with a shovel or something, I don't know. But yeah, you never know, especially with this game, you never know until you try it out. I mean...
Need to rest.
Alright, well, did something. Fucked around, found out with a spider. 'Cause if it glows in the dark, it must be good for you, right? And I said this earlier, I think, before you got here, Rad. If there are any other games, like, really regardless of genre, I really love the survival genre, so if you have any ideas there. But really any genre, if there are games you'd like to see played on this channel, aka I'm struggling to find anything else other than the 2 games that I play, just let me know. Because I'm really just looking for any ideas. Because most of the games I'm interested in playing for the stream haven't come out yet. Like, I want to play Sons of the Forest when it comes out in February. And what kind of games what kind of stuff do I like? Or really, the sky's really the limit. I play a little bit of everything, really. I've played a lot of RPGs in the past. I kind of referenced that when I was really just like looking at every single clue. I don't like shooters are like the one area that I'm like not a huge fan of it. Like, it is so saturated with people who are trying so hard to be good that they're not trying to enjoy what they're doing. Like, it is terrible. Like, you play a game to enjoy yourself. If I want to stress out and worry about someone being better than me all the time to be competitive in that market, I just pick up an extra shift at work. So the channel is like this one, I'm gonna make a lot more money, be a lot more productive just picking up that extra shift. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of shooters. Like, have you ever tried Vampire Survivors? No, I haven't. I actually have never heard of it. What is it? I'll have to look into it. Vampire Survivors. Okay, okay. Yeah, currently the only 2 games I stream are this and a game called Chivalry 2. It's medieval warfare. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a few other things to look at and see if we can't start doing some new stuff. Can't do much of it. Sounds promising. I'll definitely take a really good look at it. Let's get over this. I've played Elden Ring. I'm not great at it, but I've played it. Thought about streaming it for a while. Just because, you know, it's one of those games that's really open-ended. there's just so many different endings that you can get. Every playthrough is going to be a little bit different, but to me, it just gets so over like saturated. Like people, you can look up everything online. It's so easy to figure it out. And then of course, there's the PvP aspect, which that community is so toxic when it comes to the PvP. When this play ready, I never got tired of it. I mean, it's a fun game. Like I love the Souls style, the Souls series. But man, the PvP sucks so hard. Because again, you run into those people that are just like analyzing every little thing. Nice. See, I was so excited when they were like, "Oh, it's an open world, you can play together." Because a friend and I, Thor Pride 13, he actually used to stream on here a little, but he doesn't really do too much anymore. But yeah, we bought it on the same day. He never really played around much with Dark Souls or the Soulsborne series. I played Bloodborne. I played Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. One day I need to go back and play the original Dark Souls and Demon Souls. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Some of the streams I saw of like people playing it, there's a lot of people who are like who watch it who are like, rather than just watching it and enjoying it and being helpful, it's more like ragging on you if you don't go for you can either be a joke build or you can be an ultra competitive build, and that's what I've seen, and I'm just not. I don't want that kind of toxicity going on while I'm trying to have fun. That's why I don't stream. Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, even oh, what the hell? I'd say that's a new sound. Like, what the hell? What am I hearing? It doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard. And lo and behold, I just got introduced to a new kind of snake. Yeah, some games are just better played offline. But yeah, just playing what I play. We use Steam. Yeah, I'm on Steam. I'm actually on Steam and Epic, just because deals. Sometimes either one will have a sale, and that's when I pick up most of my games, whenever anything goes on sale. Yeah. Epic's not as good as Steam. Like, it's not there yet. But I think they know that. That's why they do the free games. But they're getting better. And wherever I can get a game the cheapest between the two is usually where I go. Unless it's like, where Steam and Epic don't play, like you can't cross-play between Steam and Epic, which is stupid. But then I'll get, if it's a multiplayer game, I'll get whatever the friends I play with get it on. Um, um, sir, I shot you twice. See, Game Pass, I was always like, you know, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be terrible? I don't know. But I've been hearing some good experiences out of it, so I may try that one day. You know, I hit every other animal. That was a new snake. That's- of course. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, maybe 3. Oh, good throw. Follow me. Ah, good. One of you did have a bow. Thanks. The other game that I play is Chivalry. It's like a medieval warfare simulator. So you basically either fight with swords, axes, bows, things like that. Wow, you died in a very awkward pose, my friend. It's kind of got a smaller player base. It was popular when it first came out, but a lot of people dropped out of it. Stick blade, that's something new. I'm gonna have to harvest these people to get my arrows back. I don't want to do that, but I'm in Rome. Didn't play many games as a kid the last couple of years. Most games have been new to me. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Some people get the chance to, some people don't. I mean, as long, I'm glad you're able to play some now, because they can be really fun. But it's Chivalry 2. I stream that. I kind of alternate between these two games. A lot of my streams recently have been this game because I got so hooked on the story. But yeah, right now it's the other game I stream, and there's an archer class. Like, it's all multiplayer, so it's like the one multiplayer game that I play. And you can play as a knight, you can play as an archer, and I've done pretty much every bit of it. Like, for a long time I didn't play archer. Uh, there are MMOs like it, like well, Bannerlord might be something more along the lines of it, but no, it's instance. It's not like massively multiplayer. It's not a persistent world, so it's just kind of like if you can imagine like the same formula you have with shooters, but instead of guns, you have swords, shields, axes, bows. Um, the community to me is a little bit better. Like, no, it's actually quite a bit better than the shooters. So, what it is you have different modes. A lot of shooters have lately, you've probably seen a lot of like battle royale kind of things. It's not like that. It's more like you have modes where you have. The largest mode is like two teams of 32 players against each other trying to capture different objectives. One team attacking, one team defending. There's also modes where it can just be three people versus three people, or one even one on one, and it's just a fight. Is it always teams? Unless you go to free for all, then free for all is just see someone kill someone. But you have to really like the chaos to enjoy free for all. And for a long time, that's why I played. And there's also standalone or private servers that open up that people do use for dueling. People do get very competitive with a lot of it, and some people in chivalry get competitive. You can always tell who they are very quickly. However, the community I found largely to be respectful and helpful. Like, you still have the same kind of like talking trash, that kind of thing, that you would get if you went to like a sports game or something like that. But generally, like if you're new to the game, I've found more people willing to help someone learn the game than people just ragging on you for not knowing how to play. I'll probably stream it. Oh, probably Thursday night. Or around this time. I don't know what time zone you're in. But play a bit of Dead by Daylight with friends. There are always some trash talkers in there. Oh, God bless you for playing Dead by Daylight. I hate that game. Dead by Daylight. My wife, she streams that, like, that's her main thing. Like, she plays it every time she gets a chance. And she loves it. And she's also terrified by it. For me, it's just not fun. Like, the community is so hard to get along with. And I don't like games where I just feel like, unless I've memorized the map, like, completely, like, I know the ins and outs, I know where everything is off the top of my head, I'm helpless. I don't blame you. This, as stressful as it can be, and as, like, terrifying as it can be, like, with that new snake, or like, the tribesmen popping up out of nowhere, games like this somehow are just relaxing to me. Like, I'm not being pushed to do something immediately. I can kind of decide what I need to do. It's all on, like, my terms, I think, is the best way to look at it. Alright, we need a fire going so we can cook some of this protein up. And then we also need to find a source of fats. Probably gonna go back and see if that tree has dropped any more Brazil nuts. Yeah, it is definitely, you have to be a bit creative because there's so many different solutions. So you mentioned 7 Days to Die earlier. I have played that pretty extensively with some friends. I thought about streaming that at one point. Like, we got really into it for a long time. And for some reason we just stopped. Like, we made it through like 2 of the waves, like the 2, like day 7, day 14. But we never really went any further than that. There's a new game out called Stranded Deep. Haven't tried Raft, Ark, or Valheim. Okay, so all of those. Whew, boy. Yeah, that's what I thought about it too. I'm like, do I really want to do that to myself? Oh boy, I'll destroy that so I don't actually eat it and wreck my sanity. But yeah, I love 7 Days to Die. I liked it better before they did that big update to the new alpha, Alpha 20, I think, and they basically ruined a lot of the mods for it. Like, you can't, like, a lot of the mods we were using. That's why we quit it. A lot of the mods we were using didn't get updated to the new alpha. Buddies are all trolls, and I'm the one. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. So, like, yeah, we were playing a very heavily modded version. Like, it was a complete overhaul. There were different, like, there were classes, new weapons, new foods, new vehicles, and all of that was basically gone. Like, we couldn't load it back up. Yeah, it was actually just really, it wasn't a whole lot to do for it. There was a mod, I really need to see if they actually updated it by now. It's called War of the Walkers. And it just added, like, all this extra stuff. It added, like, new zombie mechanics, new weapons. It was so nice. Like, it was like, it took 7 Days to Die, which was already a pretty solid game, in my opinion, and took it to that next level of polish that, just wasn't coming from the devs themselves.
Come on.
And yeah, I mean, I just don't know. You haven't even played modded Minecraft. Wow. Man, that is impressive. I don't mean to sound sarcastic or anything like that. That is actually surprising. Do you, like, play vanilla Minecraft, like just regular Minecraft at all? Okay. Um, yeah, modded Minecraft, man, it adds a whole new world to it. Yeah, there are just so many games out there, especially if you haven't ever gotten to play very many of them. Like, it is insane. So, the easiest way to do it is to download CurseForge, which is basically like a big mod loader for a bunch of games, actually. And it houses a lot of the biggest, like, most played mod packs. And a lot of times, as long as you have like the Java edition of Minecraft, like, you can't do it with Bedrock, you can't do it with the Xbox version, but if you have the Java edition, which I think you still have to buy it from Microsoft's website now, since Mojang, people that made Minecraft, and the people who, well, yeah, the people that made Minecraft. Can you, like, oh yeah, Java is way better. It's just more up to date, for one. What was that? Oh yeah, but you can download CurseForge, and you can literally just browse a bunch of mod packs to give a description of what they're about, and all you have to do is like 2 clicks, and it downloads and it's good to go. You launch it direct from CurseForge, goes directly into the mod pack. A mod that is like in every mod pack that I've found incredibly useful. It's called Just Enough Items, or JEI. It literally just lets you, when you pull up your inventory, in a little sidebar, type in an item that you want to craft, and it shows you the formula. Like, for modded items, regular items, and it is just nice. Wouldn't load properly or something. It's odd. CurseForge can be a little wonky, but by and large, it's usually one of your more stable loaders. At least in my experience. To let this fire burn until it goes out. Need the ash. Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to get backlogged. But to address all those games you mentioned earlier, Valheim, Raft, Stranded Deep, Ark. I've played Ark quite a bit. It's probably the least intense survival, I would guess. Well, no, there's Valheim. I played Valheim a little bit. Eventually, I will probably start streaming Valheim. Because I've started playing it a little bit, and I really enjoy it. Valheim probably has the least intense survival aspect. Because you don't really have any needs. Like, you don't have to eat. Like, you don't have to drink water. You don't have to do anything like that. But eating buffs your character. Like, you get extra... Like, you start out with, like, a really small health bar. If you eat quality food, your health bar increases. Kind of like this game does. Like, if your macros deplete, your health goes down. and your stamina like goes down over time. The better you eat, the more stamina, the more health you have. It's more like a cross of an RPG or role-playing game with a little bit of a survival game. I haven't played it much. Like, I've only played like basically the intro. So eventually I will probably start streaming that. Ark is the only other one on that list that I've played. It's wonky, and it is massive. Like, with all the DLCs and everything that's been released over the years, it is massive. And again, that's another game that can be heavily modded to add even more stuff. It's fun. Like, it's interesting. It's definitely more interesting with people. Like, I wouldn't go to any of the regular servers. Like, you have friends that you can play with. You can either rent a server, or you can join up for free on each other. But there's like a tether. Like, you can only get so far apart before it yanks the other characters back. The solo experience can be fun, but you need to adjust the settings so that, yeah, I hate them too. That's why my friends and I couldn't get into it. You need to adjust the settings so that when you're harvesting things like wood, metal, stone, all the stuff to build with, that the numbers are increased. So that, like, the game is meant to be played by groups of people working together to build things. So it takes an ungodly amount of raw materials just to build like a little hut like this. But you can adjust those settings when you start your game to make it less of a grind. Usually, it's been a while since I played it, but when I played on my own, it can be annoying. When I played on my own, I would have to double the resource gathering, and that helped a lot. Alright, what do my macros look like? Still low on fats after all the bone broth? Okay, make some more bone broth. So yeah, if I set the stuff to double, speed up the taming of the dinosaurs, because that takes forever. Really just depends on how fast you want it to be. If you want to tame a dinosaur like instantly, you can do that. If you want it to take some time, so you have to actually work at it with the mechanics, are a little bit but it can be a bit of a challenge. Usually I just make it where they tame at least like half the time, and that usually works pretty well. Sometimes a quarter time, depending on like if I'm wanting it to be easier. It used to be like way back when it first was when it was pretty new. I played it with my brother and some of his friends, and we tried to tame one. There's these apex predators in the game, and there's this huge dinosaur. And the way you tame something is you feed it after you've basically knocked it out. And like, you make tranquilizers. We thought we were prepared. We thought, but we were not. The thing tamed so slowly, and we just kept trying to, like, it would shake off the tranquilizer so fast because you have to keep him knocked out. So we would be sitting over it with like tranquilizer dipped arrows or like rifles with tranquilizer darts. Just someone be feeding it as often as it would eat, and as soon as like it's would be close to waking back up, someone would have to pump it full of more tranquilizer. And then we ran out of tranquilizer. So it was like 95% tamed. When we ran out of tranquilizer, it was gonna wake up. We literally, three of us, because there were four of us playing, three of us took out clubs because we weren't gonna kill this thing. Like, its health bar was insane. And just started bonking it on the head constantly to try to keep it knocked out. Until finally we tamed it. This is good for the pores, right? But yeah, we finally were able to tame it, but it took a lot. We went through so much. Oh, man. And the game has just gotten even more insane since then. So Ark can be fun. It's more fun with people. But playing multiplayer can be a pain in the butt. But you can definitely enjoy it solo. Because I had, I think, how long did I have? 50, 60, maybe 70 hours of just a solo game. Now the other two on that list, the Raft, I have to look back at your message. The Raft and Stranded Deep. I've seen both of those, and I've thought about them both. The Stranded Deep looks a lot more in line with this game and The Forest. So I've really thought about that one. Yeah, Stranded Deep's actually pretty new. It's newer than The Raft, I think. I would have to look up the release dates, but yeah, I think it's newer. Definitely, I think it's definitely newer. And it's also story based, so there's a story to play through and try to figure out. So that interests me. The Raft also has a story, but I think it's less intense. And it looks a little more cartoony. So all of those games are really good suggestions. I do want to start streaming Valheim eventually. I'm actually trying to talk some friends into streaming it with me, because a lot of the stuff, again, is designed to fucking hell. Do you guys just have a convention and decide to come out here? They are a serious pain in my ass. And on this difficulty, they are more aggressive, they pop up more often. Okay, let's see. Our health is lower than what I would like to be in a fight. prepared. We're actually coming up on where I would say I would start ending my stream. So this fight, well, probably be it. So I can't keep doing those 8-hour streams. Occasionally I probably still will, but yeah, tell me about it. All right. Every little bit of health is going to be important. The bow is a wonderful tool. There's the reason it was the absolute pinnacle of weapons technology for a long time. There you are, you motherfucker. Yeah, during that long stream, I wound up getting, it might have been the stream after that, wound up getting raided, by, Twisted Velita, I think it's that, Twisted Velita, Twisted Vaida, something like that. And, yeah, wound up getting a ton of followers out of that stream. I think some of them might be alternate accounts from some people, but in fact, I know some of them are, but yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, there are always a few of those. But you know, I'll take what I can get. I will take what I can get. Oh, there it is. I want to see if this bow has better durability than the one I've got. So 40%. 48%. Not much better, but a little bit better. If you're looking to affiliate, it's not too bad. Yeah. Would be nice. My wife just got to affiliate status not too long ago. So, I mean, I don't really expect anything from any of this. Like, I started streaming because it just, for some reason, sounded fun. Did all their bodies despawn? No, here they are. To be honest, having, like, I can see right now, one other, I'm betting it's Flash, just kind of lurking. But, yeah, just, like, sitting here talking to you is, like, more than I ever thought I would ever get from streaming. So it's like, take whatever comes. The opposite, have a lot of followers and people ask me to stream, but I'm not sure what to do. It's different. If you already have the fan base, you're going to jump several steps ahead of where I started, so you're going to jump several steps of from where I'm at, so where I'm at now. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not a big deal. I'll do it as long as I enjoy doing it. If it gets to a point where it's becoming more infuriating than it is fun, then that's probably when I'll stop. But streaming, it is definitely like a different experience than what I expected. Like, I thought it was going to be like incredibly difficult to get started, and it wasn't to get started. Let's see, do I have any? Yes, I do. Start this fire back up.
Bitch!
We'll process all this stuff. I want to get my macros as full as I can, and then I'll probably be calling the stream to an end. But yeah, really, you just have to find something that interests you enough. Like, I started streaming with Chivalry because there's not a lot of people that do it. And I really enjoyed the game. I really wanted to connect more with that community, so I did it. And actually, as far as like being the focus of attention, you can always stream without the camera. I mean, I just happened to have one. That's what was a friend of mine at the time. Yeah, the guy I mentioned earlier, For Pride. He'd started streaming, and he had read, I think, somewhere like people with the webcam where they can see you, see your reactions, your expressions, things like that. You build more of a following. So that's the reason I did it, like with the camera. But you don't have to. I think the biggest streamer in the other game I stream, in Chivalry, is someone who doesn't use a camera. And he constantly, whenever he plays, has anywhere from 50 to 100 people watching it. he has really deep conversations with his viewers, so yeah, it is. I've seen him like a lot. Like the reason I switched my times to be, well, it's really late or early depending on how you look at it for me. Like right now it is 3:10 in the morning, well 3:09 in the morning for my monitor. Where I'm at. The reason I switched my time to now versus when I was streaming at like 7 to like 10 or 11 p.m. Is because I would constantly run into him. We'd be streaming at the same time, so you know he's the most popular streamer for that game. He's gonna get all the views. So you moderate for people. That's a tough job. Like that is tough to do that because you see, like people can get crazy with chats. Like it is insane. I'm gonna have to really get into trying to figure out moderator bots and stuff, and moderator settings eventually. Like I said, this has gotten to be bigger than I ever thought it would be anyway, so I'm having to learn things as I go. Hey, I worked hard on that. Dick. Not having two basically naked people on my front porch, so goodbye. Note to self, don't play hard enough. This isn't really, this is like, it goes easy, normal, hard, I guess like you would say insane. And insane is the one that has permadeath. Not gonna be lacking for bones at this point. There's an achievement for eating human meat, and I just can't bring myself to do it. I know it's a game. There's certain lines that's just hard to cross. I'll need this fire to last a little longer. "25 days without any meat." Yeah, that would be... Well, if you can find a decent source of, like, Brazil nuts. That give, or just regular nuts that give protein when you roast them. That might be doable. Don't need to last that long, just a little bit longer. So I need the ash too, so I can finish building this. Now if there are no more interruptions, I don't even know if you can yet. Like I think you can dry them, because I think I put them in a dryer once I saw the thing ticking up. Well, I didn't even know Brazil nuts existed until I was near the end of my story playthrough. yeah, there's just so much stuff that you just never know what's gonna work. See, I didn't know you could plant them. That's another thing I just learned from you. I also have learned that if you boil the food in water, even if you're dirty, you won't get a parasite. Which was very handy to know. Another reason I settled on the river. Anything that attacks me has got to come from this side. Back there, stone. This side, big river. Everything that's going to come at me is going to come from this direction. Well, I'm stocked up on weapons and bones. Oh, Lord. Yeah, there's like bow traps, snare traps, things like that. Eventually, I probably will dabble in that. But I really just wanted to get basic housing. I'm probably going to build a fence, if it will let me, around probably up through there. Up probably just past this mud mixture, where it kind of separates me from the jungle. I have all this stretch to build on. I don't know. Like, I remember in my last playthrough, in my story playthrough, I got like a blueprint for a fence. And I'm just hoping that when my crafting levels up, or as I explore, I'll unlock that again. And just be able to provide a little bit of a barrier between myself and everything. Okay, so we need to do something about the random spears. Okay. Let's see. So this... Yep, let's save my game. Yeah, they do. Everything in this game, I have not noticed anything despawn yet. No matter how far I got away from it. So yeah, until I use them for something or destroy them, this stack of bones is gonna stay a stack of bones. Seem only the little ones. I don't know about those. I'm gonna put this last mud brick on. That'll be the last thing we do, since it's that close. only the little ones. You know, honestly, I haven't seen small branches disappear. I just... Well, I've lost track of them. But I don't know if they ever disappeared. Here you can use the crafting table. I see where it lets me do that. I don't see it where it lets me... if I had like jars or something to fill my coconut balls. Again, like I said, it's gonna take me a minute to realize that I can do these things now. Like, yeah. Oh wow, they even filled water from the rain. That's interesting. I'll have to figure that out. But the rain's already filled my mud mixer. Alright, we just need the one. Yeah, the rain fills up every water receptacle. You can even make water collectors, things like that. Alright. I just gotta know. Is this all for nothing? So I can build a frame here, but not here. Here, but not here. Here, but not here. And there. Oh, you didn't think... Oh, on the table. Yeah, I didn't either. Okay, so let's save the game. It makes no sense. Yeah, it doesn't. So, it took me... Yeah, the frames are just annoying. We'll just save. Alright. So it took... Let me see. So we are on day 8. It will be day 9. Next stream. After we sleep. Took me 45 game days to beat the story. So that, I don't want to say that's the goal, but it's kind of what's sitting in the back of my mind. So far we have traveled 12.6 kilometers and vomited once. Thank you for keeping track of that, Green Hell. 45 it is. We'll see. We'll make that the goal for now, but we'll see. All right, so we've saved. I'll quit. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for the night. Again, like I said, I don't know. Yeah, good game. Thanks for hanging out, Brad. Hopefully, we'll see you for the next one. You're very welcome. You're welcome, Flash. Hope to see you again too. All right, I'm gonna end this.